Okay, so we have started elapsed time in math. We just finished up telling time to the minute marks on the clock, and so now we're transitioning from that into telling the elapsed time, which is just how long something lasts. So I'm going to do the back page of today's classwork and then the homework problem. And all three of these are the same type of problem where we are looking for the elapsed time. So the first one says social studies class starts at 1:05 and ends at 2:15. How long is social studies class? It says draw your own T chart and number line. And these are the two strategies that we've taught them just to organize their thoughts and think about what they're trying to solve. So every time we do a problem, we think about our start time, the elapsed time, and the end time. So we just have them draw a little chart. So for this one, we know class starts at 1:05 and it ends at 2:15. So we know we're going to be looking for the elapsed time. Not all problems are going to be looking for the elapsed time. These three on the back are, but just to show you, like on the front, it was 5:45. Her dinner will be ready in an hour and 20 minutes. That's where we know the start time, and we already know the elapsed time, and they have to tell us the end time. The second one, we know the elapsed time is 25 minutes, and we stop watching TV at 6:40. So they know the end time and the elapsed time. They don't know the start time. So there's just different types of problems. But these three on the back where you're missing the elapsed time, these are the trickiest. So after they figure out what they're missing, the start, elapsed, or end time, I draw my number line. And we know the start time, so we're going to start at 1:05. And we know we have to end at 2:15. So we always think about jumping in hours and jumping in minutes. The first thing they always think about is, can I use an hour jump on this one? So if it's 1:05 and I jumped an hour, can I do that? And yes, because if we are at 1:05 and we take an hour jump, now we're at 2:05. And then I've been having them jump in 5-minute marks. Some students might be able to see 2:05 to 2:15 is 10 minutes, but not all of them are going to be able to. So having them just work in increments of 5 will probably be best for most of them. So we think 2:05. Can we go another hour? No, because then it would be 3:05 and we'd be way past 2:15. So 2:05, another 5 minutes will get me to 2:10. And another 5 minutes would get me to 2:15. My number line was a little too long here, but there's our stop time, or end time, 2:15. So then they have to go back and say, okay, 5 and 5 makes 10 minutes. So 1 hour and 10 minutes, that's how long social studies class is. So the elapsed time is 1 hour and 10 minutes. Okay. This next one, it is 11:45. Alexia needs to be home for lunch at 12:25. How much time does Alexia have to play before lunch? So again, they're trying to think, when does everything start? How long does it last? And when does it end? So they have to go through and think, what am I trying to figure out here? It is 11:45. She needs to be home for lunch at 12:25. It's 11:45 now. That's our start time. She has to be home at 12:25. And how much time does she have to play before lunch? So that's what we're trying to figure out, the elapsed time. And draw a little number line. Start at 11:45. And we know we got to stop at 12:25. So again, we think, can I use hours? Well, if I'm at 11:45, if I jumped an hour, that would be 12:45. That would be too much. So we can't use hours, but we can jump minutes. And again, 5 minutes is usually the best way to do that for most of them. So 11:45, 11:50, 11:55. This will be 11:60. 60, which they know when we get to 60 minutes, that's a new hour. So this is 12 o'clock. Okay. 12:05, 12:10, 12:15, 12:20, 12:25. And then we just go back and say all of these were 5-minute jumps, and they can count those up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So she has 40 minutes to play before she has to be home for lunch. All right, and the last one. I made a dinner reservation for 7:30. It's 5:45 right now. How long until I eat dinner? Okay, so think start, elapsed, and end time. All right, I made a dinner reservation for 7:30. So when we're eating dinner at 7:30, so that will actually be our end time. It's 5:45 right now, so that's our start time. How long will be our elapsed time? So that's what we're missing. Again, on all three of these, we're missing the elapsed time. All right, so 5:45 to 7:30. Okay, at 5:45, if I go an hour, it'll be 6:45. Can I do that? Yes. All right, I'm at 6:45. Can I go another hour? No, that would be 7:45. That's too much. So it's 6:45, 6:50, 6:55, 6:60, which would turn into 7 o'clock. 7:05, 7:10, 7:15, 7:20, 7:25, 7:30. And just count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay, so that's 45 minutes. We can't forget about this hour here. So there is 1 hour and 45 minutes until I eat dinner.